I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Today we're reading from the Song of Solomon, chapter 6. Let's focus on, let's begin in verse 3. The daughters of Jerusalem are speaking, "Where has your beloved gone, O fairest among women? Where has your beloved turned aside, that we may seek him with you?" The Shulamite now speaking, "My beloved has gone to his garden, to the bed of spices, to feed his flock in the gardens, to gather lilies. I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine. He feeds his flock among the lilies." Now, perhaps you've heard that love is not jealous. In fact, the Bible speaks against jealousy and positions it as opposing true love. For instance, 1 Corinthians 13, verses 4 and 5. Love is patient, love is kind. Love does not envy, is not boastful, is not conceited, does not act improperly. So, it was confusing to me as a new believer and young in the faith when I read how God who is love, also describes himself as jealous. Consider Exodus 34, verse 14. "You are never to bow down to another god, because Yahweh, being jealous by nature, is a jealous God." So obviously, we realize there's different kinds of jealousy. And we're talking about two kinds of jealousy here. 1 Corinthians 13 speaks of an irrational, unjustifiable jealousy. You know, there's some men who become enraged if they see their wives or girlfriends talking to another man, just in a casual social setting. And such jealousy is crazy because in life we have to interface with people of the opposite sex, and we do it several times every day. And we have interactions with them that have nothing to do with our desire to be intimate with them. And yet there are some spouses who become anxious and fearful of losing their husband or wife through such arbitrary encounters. And this type of jealousy signals a deeper emotional problem. On the other hand, there is a righteous kind of jealousy. For instance, if you show me a man who sees his wife in the arms of another man and he doesn't get jealous, well, then I'll show you a man who doesn't love his wife. God is justifiably jealous when he sees his bride, the church, cuddling up with the idols of this world. And in today's passage, we get a glimpse of justified jealousy. The daughters of Jerusalem asked the Shulamite, "Hey, where's your boyfriend? Where is your beloved? Where's he gone?" And note that these are the same daughters of Jerusalem whom the Shulamite was directing to look upon Solomon as she was searching for her beloved alone. Because her love is exclusive, her answer is kind and yet firmly direct. Essentially, she's saying this: my man is where he needs to be, doing what he needs to be doing. Oh, and by the way, he is mine and I am his. That actually leaves no room for y'all. Yeah, she was from the South. I love that sense of ownership, and I have that with my wife, and she has that with me. And that doesn't make either one of us the other's slave driver. It simply reinforces the reality that when I am away, I can trust that my wife is true to her marriage vows, and she knows the same is true of me. And I also know how the idea that one's spouse owns them is offensive to some Christians. Perhaps we should revisit how our relationship with Jesus is due to the fact that he bought us with his own blood on the Christ. You see, we serve him as slaves, and yet we are the bride of Christ, and yet more than slaves. You see, he owns us, he loves us as a husband, and he loves his bride. Therefore, his love toward us is exclusive, and it is everlasting. I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. You know, Groundworks Ministries operates entirely through financial donations from faithful people like yourself. And yes, we do need your monthly support. Donating is secure and it's easy at our website, groundworksministries.com. Another way to help is just tell people about Groundworks Ministries. You can share these podcasts with friends and family and on your social media. And of course, you can always direct folks to our website, groundworksministries.com.